All right, now we move to politics, where the presidential candidate of the Labour Party in the 2023 election, Peter Obi, has reacted to media reports that following his alleged unhappiness with the leadership crisis, he may defect ahead of the 2027 election. The Nigerian Labour Congress, through its spokesman, Benson Upa, had said the former Anambra State governor was free to leave the LP, noting that the Congress would not stand in his way if he chose to leave. However, while answering questions raised by journalists in Gombe State shortly after donating a borehole to the Ram market in TK Pantami, Obi allayed fears that he might head to the Social Democratic Party to pursue his ambition. While reacting to the possible collaboration with former Kaduna State Governor Nasir El-Rufai, the LP candidate said he is more interested now in Nigeria's success today than tomorrow. Now, to discuss this, I'm joined by Labour Party's governorship candidate in Edo State, Monday Mawah. Hello, Monday. Thank you so much for joining me on the news.
Thank you. Good evening, and thanks for having me.
All right. So, what is your perspective on
Let me quickly correct something. I'm not the governorship candidate in Edo.
Okay.
The governorship candidate is Barrister Andasi Astemuta. I'm the deputy governorship candidate.
Oh, okay. Thank you for that correction. All right. So, but
Yes.
go ahead and tell us, what is your perspective on the recent media reports suggesting a possible mass defection from the Labour Party?
Well, I'm not really seeing any form of mass defection from Labour Party. But of course, we all had in the news of Peter intention or making some innuendo that he might likely move to another party. I think we had that. The media was awash with that particular insinuation sometime last week that he might be moving to another place. But I'm happy he came up yesterday to see, well, that is not in my plan. I'm seeing Labour Party. But the point is this, I think one thing must be made clear. Labour Party is bigger than any single individual. Yes, we are happy in having everybody in Labour Party, but whoever feels is no longer comfortable with Labour Party. Of course, the Nigeria Constitution 1999 as amended clearly allows for right of association, right of movement. So if you decide to say, okay, today I'm dumping Labour Party for another political party, well, there is no cause for alarm. Labour Party will always be there. Like the popular saying that the soldier go, soldier come, the barrack will always remain there. But don't forget, Peter Obi came from, was formerly in Abga. From Abga, he joined defected to PDP. Then from PDP, he came to join us. He met all of us in Labour Party. So if today is he going to move to another party, he's free, he's entitled to it, he has the right, and nobody will force him to stay. But I can tell you one thing for free, that Labour Party has come to stay. And we are getting stronger by the day. Notwithstanding some of the little internal crises here and there. It is peculiar, it is common rather to every political party, particularly fast-growing political party. So it's not peculiar to the Labour Party. I'm assuring you that sooner than later, we'll come out of this stronger than we used to be. So more people will even receive people defecting the Labour Party.
All right, but then how do you address concerns within the party regarding leadership crisis and their potential impact on party unity and effectiveness?
Well, like I said earlier, leadership crisis in party politics is normal. Don't forget, PDP had their own fair share of it. APC had their own, which led to the removal of Comrade Ali Oshomole, who was the former national chairman of the party. And then, so they were all of that. So one thing that is common, or one thing that is constant in life, is change. And of course, don't forget, people most often try to react to change. Abure was a chairman of the party, and we have gotten to a point now that people are saying, look, gentlemen, it is time you step aside. And I think the right thing for me is that Abure should step aside. It's part of growth of any system. So all of this, now thank God the Nigerian Labour Congress, who is also a stakeholder in Labour Party, have equally come up to say, well, Abure, we have passed vote of no confidence on you. And so that by implication, he has totally, it's no longer acceptable by all. And so everyone would have expected.
Right.
So me, if you ask me, I'll tell him he should excuse himself at this point. It's always better to take a bow when the ovation is loudest.
All right, Mr. Mawah. Now, in light of Peter Obi's statements, how does the Labour Party plan to ensure cohesion and stability within its ranks leading up to the 2027 elections?
The truth is this. Like I said something earlier, I said with or without Peter Obi, Labour Party will be strong and to be intact. Now, there was an exclusive, elaborate stakeholder meeting today that held in Abuja with members of the Labour Party, the NLC, some of the leaders of the obedient movement. We met today in Abuja, and I can tell you that it was a fantastic meeting, and there were a very strong decision and position taken by stakeholders from NLC, because we recognize the fact that NLC is a stakeholder in Labour Party. Anybody saying NLC has no stake in Labour Party is deceiving himself or herself. We accept the fact that they are stakeholder. So we met today, and I can tell you, I don't want to brief you now of the resolution. I think in an hour or two, the resolution from that stakeholder meeting today will be out for all to see. I can tell you, in no distant time from now, we will come back stronger than before.
All right, so what measures is the Labour Party taking to address any dissatisfaction or grievances amongst its members in order to prevent further defections or even internal discord?
Well, I think first is what we are working on at the moment is to resolve the leadership crisis. Because leadership is everything in any organization, be it political party, organization, or whatever. Now, once we are able to do that, not just like we are doing, I can assure you there is so much going on beneath the whole thing without we shouting about it. Some stakeholders, both within Labour Party and outside Labour Party, are also making moves. Don't forget, when we talk about Labour Party, they are bigger than those that are card-carrying members of the party. There are other persons that are dissatisfied with what is happening in Nigeria today that have decided to identify themselves with Labour Party, not as a member, but rather as a solution provider. People who have held very high position in the society in the past, they are all putting heads together, joining other leaders of the party and other stakeholders to see that this whole thing is resolved. And then once this is resolved, and because what followers are looking for is that they want to see a leadership that has integrity, that have the capacity, and that can be accessible, and that can walk their talk. And so, what Labour Party stands for from its ideology is workers' welfare. So all the people want to see is that they want to see Labour Party leaders come back in a very strong way so that we can also provide the necessary and the needed opposition. At the moment, look at, we are having where they just increased electricity tariff just few days ago. Now we need a strong, yes, I think I had Atiku saying something some days ago. But the point is this, people don't consider the like of Atiku and the other people in their class as talking for the masses. The party they see as of today as party for the masses is the Labour Party. And once the leadership issue is resolved, and which I'm assuring you will be resolved in no distant time, I can assure you we are going to have a kind of surge beyond what we experienced during the build-up to the 2023 election. And leadership, the Labour Party will become the pride of the town again. Okay. And you discover people will run into it again.
All right, well, thank you so much for joining me on the news. Labour Party Deputy Governorship candidate in Edo State, Monday Mawah. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be here.